What's up, friends? Today we're going to take a look at my Sephora VIB Rouge Sale item picks, as well as a few contemplative decisions, maybe some regrets, some possible returns, because today is August 31st. By the time this video uploads, it'll probably be already September, and the sale runs through the 3rd. So I have a little bit of time to make a decision, but we'll see. If you want to see my Sephora VIB Rouge Sale item picks, then please keep on watching. How do you like my eyes? First of all, before I begin this video, I need to give a huge shout out and thank you to Dana. She's one of our family members who kindly gifted me the rest of the palettes in the Paradise collection. Let me explain. She had already used the Blossom palette, and when I was talking about still thinking about getting the Paradise collection, she was like, do you want the 3 that I didn't use? And I was like, are you really asking me that? So generous and kind. I mean, this is a lot of money, and for her to be willing not only to give me the rest of her palettes, but to carve time out of her day, drop this off at Equinox and give it to me. I mean, I am forever thankful to you, Dana. Thank you so much. I love this. I love it. Today I have Fallen Paradise, and the rest that we have in here, we have the classical Paradise collection, as well as the Slice of Paradise. I would like to do a review on these palettes. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it all in one video or separately, but knowing me, it'll be all in one video and an hour long, which leads me to feel a certain way about the Norvina palette, which I didn't open. I purchased it during the sale, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I need it now, you know what I mean? But let's get into that later when we hit the palette. The first item I wanted to share that I purchased, which I have been loving, 2 actually, are the Milk Makeup Translucent Powders. I have it on now. I have medium on all over my face, and I have the translucent on under my eyes. And you guys, where do I start about this powder? First of all, retails for $29 each, and the amount you get in here, 0.87 ounces, 25 grams of product. And it has a 24-month expiration shelf life. That's not bad at all. It's gonna last you 2 years. It is made without talc, without silicone, without dimethicone. It is no parabens. It's not tested on animals. I can't believe that oh, here it is. I was reading the French version, but the English is right on top. Let me do this again. Good ingredients, epic payoff. Cruelty-free, paraben-free, 100% vegan, talc-free, silicone-free, and dimethicone-free. Those are biggies usually found in complexion products, especially talc, when it comes to loose powders, which makes it very soft, lightweight, and not drying. But ultra effective in keeping your makeup on all day. Not only that, it makes your skin look flawless. Lightweight, I feel I don't have any powder on my face. I just love the way it buffs in. If you want to take a look inside, it has this plastic lid that opens like so. And here is the medium shade. I know it's very hard to see as it is a loose powder and very lightweight, but it is so soft. It has avocado extract in it, which, I mean, yeah. It provides that weightless hydration without adding texture to the skin, without feeling chalky or overly powdery. If I were to compare this to another powder that's has already been in the market for quite some time, off the top of my head, will be the Born This Way Ethereal Loose Powder. It has that same very light, flatty type of texture. The minute you punch a brush in, it's like, let's see if I could do this on camera. I'm not sure if you could see that. So it kind of has like that magic potion feel, not like your typical dense powders that do have talc in them. And that's why I really love it. You can layer it. It still will look lightweight. It will not look patchy. It will not make your skin look dry, which is key. The only thing I feel, because I also have the translucent that I use under my eyes as I want that portion of my face to look brighter, is this is a little tough to open. So I just took it out altogether and I left it without clicking it back in, so it's easier to open. And a lot of people, I think, will take issue with this because it has a netting that naturally sifts the powder, and it's not going to provide a huge amount at one time. If you do love to bake your under eyes, I would get rid of this altogether and make sure you pat it down in a lid, but make sure you do it closed, because if you try to pat it out open like this, it's going to get all over the place and you'll lose product. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to buy this loose translucent powder. I highly recommend this if you're looking for a loose powder that's highly effective in terms of keeping your makeup on, setting it well, makes your skin look absolutely, I mean, look how smooth my skin looks. And it looks like this after 6 to 8 hours, which I think is bomb. $29 is still expensive, but for the innovative formula and the fact that it's not made with your typical cheap ingredients usually found in a loose powder, I think is well worth the $29. The next loose powder that I am thinking about taking back, but let's talk about this for a minute. Initially, I was going to get the full size new Laura Mercier Glow Loose Powder, but I found this at the checkout aisle and I was like, thank God. I didn't want to fully commit to an iridescent powder with a glow finish that I knew I was only going to use for a small amount in terms of here and not all over my face. That wouldn't make much sense at all. It comes with a metallic lid as opposed to its more toned down color lid for the original translucent powder formula. Now here's the thing, I feel like I should use this for other reasons other than just highlight. I asked one of the representatives and she had said that it could also be used as a finishing powder. Now, my concern was it's still kind of shimmery for a finishing powder. And I tried to use it as such yesterday, or was it the day before? It might have been my placement and the brush I was using, but it made my bronzer look very muddy. And I think because the shimmery particles kind of mixed in with my bronzer instead of staying on the highlighted portion of my face and made it look a little muddy and textured, that's why I'm contemplating taking it back, because I'm not sure if I want to just, I don't know if I need that step, because I already have my Hourglass veil, which I think is more appropriate for finishing, even because it's not as shimmery like Laura Mercier. I'm still thinking about it. I'll put the price up here because off the top of my head I forgot how much this costs. This is the little box that came in it. It says Laura Mercier Glow. If you are thinking about using this powder but don't want to commit to the big full size, then I would suggest you get the small size, especially if you're just going to use it for highlighting and if not finishing. I think this is a reasonable amount for that purpose. So back to Norvina. I swatched a few of the shades and they were gorgeous, and of course I saw that there were some neutral mattes and the really beautiful periwinkle color, I think it's called Soul, and I think it was Drama. It's this color here. I know it's very hard to see on the graph. It's this here over on the corner that really blew me away when I swatched it. It was just a beautiful deep plum metallic shade that I was just having daydreams about. And you have your other neutral shades here that you can create a very daily friendly look with, but of course you have the pops of purple and you have your gold and rose gold. I don't know, man. So let's take a look at Paradise Fallen. This is from Ace Beauty, is what I have on my eyes today. And this is what we're looking at. See? Oh man, like I love this palette. I love that you have gray and you have your purples, but you also have your warm shades here. But take a look at freaking Twilight. Like, that is gorgeous. I think is absolutely stunning is what I have on my lids with a little bit of Moon Glow. I'll swatch that next to Twilight. Like, absolutely gorgeous. So I don't feel the need to keep Norvina, but the only reason why I even bought this palette is like, oh, but you have all the rest of the Anastasia palettes, Lisa, you might as well just complete your collection. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I really need it. I'm very much still on the fence because this is what happens to all the Anastasia palettes I have in my collection. Prism is still sitting alone in the drawer. I haven't used her in a very long time. Soap Culture I haven't used in a long time. Modern Renaissance, which is a huge hit I haven't used in decades. Like, It's a practical conversation I have to have with myself. Again, I could very much return this. It is untouched, so they could just put it back on the shelves with no problem whatsoever. Let me know down below what you're thinking, what you would do. You know what I mean? If you had Ace Beauty already or a purple palette already. But I'm leaning towards taking it back. That's where I stand at the moment. Moving into skincare, let's take a look at the Biossance Squalene Phyto-Retinol Serum. I had my eye on this for quite some time because I was intrigued with the plant-derived ingredient that is a retinol alternative. Retinol is very drying to the skin and not ideal for sensitive skin types. It is highly effective in evening out skin tone, lessening fine lines and wrinkles, kind of just smoothing out the skin so it has a better looking texture. Retinol can be very tough, but the plant-derived ingredient takes on the same properties, but it's not as harsh and it's not as drying, which makes it ideal for sensitive skin types that want those retinol benefits. I chose Biossance because they are a super clean skincare company. All the ingredients in here are top-notch. I mean, the freaking, I think I have the box, hold on. The plant-based retinol alternative is called Bakuchiol. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm very sorry. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th ingredient in here, which is why I didn't buy the Ole Henriksen Power Day Serum that also has the same plant-based retinol alternative in here. It was lower on the list, and I want it high. I want a lot of this Bakuchiol. Water squalene is the second ingredient. Niacinamide, sodium acrylates copolymer, sodium hyaluronate, rosa canina fruit oil. It has really great clean ingredients. I checked the environmental EWG website, and it's like all ones. Polish choice, all goods, all best. $78, but I think it's worth it. You only need 1 pump and you can use this day and night, which I love because I want that cellular turnover to be happening 24/7. And I actually applied this over my Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum, which I'm thinking about re-upping during the sale. This is 1.69 fluid ounces of product. This is the value size. When they originally launched this product, it was like half the height, and they released the bigger size because this is a highly effective product. I've been using this for years. This is in my skincare favorites video. I applied this on top because this kind of clears the way for the retinol to work well on your skin. It's going to get in there and the epidermis and do its thing. I also applied this in the morning on top of my vitamin C serum, and I have not experienced any skin sensitivity whatsoever, any redness, any irritation, and I think it has been doing a phenomenal job for just like the 5 days I've been using this, smoothing out my skin. I mean, I think it's helping me with my blemishes that kind of were having a hard time going away after the breakout I had. And in terms of how my skin has been feeling, it's been feeling soft, velvet, not greasy. It's like in a really good place. I've been trying to pick less. If I see anything, I leave it alone. And to have expensive skincare and to use it, I feel encourages me to just let them do its thing. Like, don't interfere, keep your hands off your face, let your $1 million products do their job, okay? If you're thinking about purchasing anything from Biossance, I would highly recommend their retinol serum as well as their oil. I purchased this maybe 6 months ago. I don't quite remember. This is their squalene and vitamin C rose oil. This is the last step of my skincare. I press it on top of my night cream, and I also press this on top of my SPF. Squalene is extremely lightweight, and it helps rebalance the skin without it feeling greasy. It has a beautiful light texture. It leaves the skin dewy, does not look greasy, will not make you look overly shiny, absorbs instantly, and I think it is an ideal phenomenal oil for combination oily skin types that still need that hydration. I know we're always led, especially we have oily skin, to use astringents and alcohols to dry it out, but that works against us because that delivers a message to our oil glands that our skin is dehydrated and it needs to produce more oil. This, I feel, is ideal for an oily skin type that needs that hydration without the greasiness and without the heaviness. I forgot what this costs. I'll put it up beside me. I find this is highly effective, and it is in the same category of evening skin tone, providing that hydration, and improving texture. I would definitely look into this as well if you're still in the market for phenomenal skincare during this VIP sale. Next up, we have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. This is the mini version. I have always wanted to try this. I like their mask. And I also like their blueberry cleanser. This intrigued me because Korean skincare is like top notch. It basically takes over my entire routine in terms of all the products that I have for my skincare regimen. I just love that it smells like watermelon, but it doesn't smell artificial. It has just a fresh, light gel texture, very much ideal for oily skin types. And I know we're heading into the end of summer, but we're still getting those humid days. They still pop up in September, sometimes in October as well. And if you want a lightweight moisturizer still for your skin, this is going to give it to you. I've been using it as long as I've been using the retinol serum, and it absorbs instantly. I think it's perfect under your SPF if you apply a separate SPF. And just look how fast it absorbs, but it doesn't leave the skin feeling sticky, because I know some of these like gel moisturizers can leave a very tacky feel to the skin once it fully absorbs. This doesn't. This leaves your skin feeling velvet soft. It has that antioxidant protection, I believe. I don't have it up nearby. Let me pull it up quickly just so I could give you guys a lowdown in terms of what it does. For 0.85 fluid ounces, the little guy is, let's see, is $21. This is designed for oily to combination skin, formulated with vitamin-rich watermelon extract. And that extract is the first on the list. So there's a ton in here, which means it's gonna be highly effective. Hydrating hyaluronic acid and soothing botanicals to boost radiance and glow, which layers perfectly as a soothing serum for dry skin. Good to know. If you have dry skin and you love to layer your products, you could also use this as a serum under your creamy moisturizer. Watermelon extract is blended with hydrating hyaluronic acid and soothing botanicals to calm irritation, brighten, and prep skin for the day ahead, while antioxidants fight free radical damage to ward off fine lines, wrinkles, and dark spots. I think this is a phenomenal product. It is expensive. The bigger version is $39, and I believe you get, they rounded up to 1 ounce on the website. It says 0.85 on the label here, fluid ounces, but regular ounces is 1, and the bigger version is 2 ounces, and that is $39. Now, that's everything I bought. I'm kind of proud that I didn't go completely nuts, but there are a few products I wanted to talk about re-upping on. Ones that I've used for years, and I find that this is a perfect opportunity to kind of stock up and still get the 20%. I am thinking about getting another Born This Way Super Cover Concealer. I've been using this every day. This is in the shade Honey, which I initially bought with Sand, and Sand is the shade I use under my eyes. I use Honey in combination with Warm Sand all over my face. That has been a really quick go-to way to provide that coverage and evening my skin tone without using a foundation. And I love how it comes with a doe foot applicator. I think it makes it very easy to apply. Of course, not ideal if you're a makeup artist because this is not the most hygienic application, but if it's just for you, I think it's ideal and easy. You just dot it on and blend and you're ready to go. The next item I think I want to re-up on is my Better Than Sex mascara waterproof from Too Faced. I just love the tube. It's hard to see, but it has like droplets on here to indicate that it's the waterproof formula. This is what I have on my lashes today and every day. I just love this. I know people say it's goopy, and yes, it's not completely waterproof. I think that is a false claim, which is why it doesn't have a great star rating on Sephora, but it's the only one that keeps my lashes curled all day and black, thick, and I love how it builds. It really builds a really nice thick lash line but keeps the rest of my lashes look fluttery all the way to the tips. Maybe I'll get 2 boxes and store it and don't open it, because once you open a mascara, the shelf life is 3 months. More than that, you're gonna run into issues. You'll more likely to get eye infections just because of the way you apply it with the spoolie and you put it back, apply, put it back. It just makes for an easy way to get an eye infection, since it's a very ideal way for bacteria to grow in your mascara. And of course, this is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5. This is a newer in-between shade that they launched, I don't think recently, I don't exactly know when they did. I used to use 6, which was really super dark, but in the summertime I changed to 3.5 because I think it was light enough but deep enough for that in between. Give me some brow color but don't look too crazy. This is the only thing I use for my brows. They are microbladed, but let me tell you how easy it makes it to now pencil in my brows. Everything is there. The outline is there. I have to go in for a perfecting session just so that she could fill in a little more and maybe under here, because this is like my problem brow. But they come out consistently shape-wise every day, every time. It makes it a breeze to do and very fast, and I use my P. Louise eye base to carve out under my brows to clean up the edge a little bit. And yeah, like I've tried pomades, I've tried other brow products, I always end up coming back to the Benefit, and I'm just not easily swayed by any new brow releases because this has worked for me time and time again. I think this might be my 6th or 7th pencil that I purchased. I always finish them. I have a couple of Precisely My Brows lying around because if I want that thin stroke kind of sketch instead of the thicker fill-in from this pencil, I haven't finished those, but those are always on standby if, you know, I leave this at home, and I keep that in my makeup bag. I bring it in my backpack every day. Phenomenal. I will not use another brow pencil. I will use a cheaper drugstore alternative if I found one that I liked, but I haven't as of yet. Let me know your suggestions down below. I would love to check those out. But yeah, thinking about getting another pencil or two just to be on standby, because you know when you finish your pencil and you haven't done your other brow, I don't want to be in that situation. I want to be ready and have the supply there and available. You know what I'm saying? So that is it for what I purchased, what I'm thinking about re-upping on in terms of products that I already know that I'm going to use and that I love. Other things that I'm thinking about. Let's do a little wish list section, shall we? I am thinking about getting the Biossance Squalene and Omega Repair overnight cream. This has really intrigued my interest because it looks legit. The only thing I wish it was packaged in a bottle, because jars are not as sanitary since you're sticking your finger in it. I could use a Q-tip instead just to take the product out, but then I have to throw away the Q-tip and it's just like more waste. This is it here. Is a newer product from Biossance. It's $58. Kind of thinking about getting that. Also kind of thinking their Squalene and Glycolic Renewal Facial. Also in a jar, but you slap this on, keep it on your face for, what does it say, 10 minutes, and then you rinse it off. But then I'm like, I already use glycolic acid in this, so I'm not sure how crucial it is for me to get a glycolic mask that I rinse off. I'm also on the market for a new oil cleanser. I'm running low on the one that I'm using, so I'm thinking about that. In terms of makeup, it's pretty tough. I feel like I've covered all my bases with eyeshadow, blush, bronzer, highlighter. There may be, because like I already got all the stupid palettes before this sale started. I have the Moroccan Spice. I know Urban Decay is launching a cherry palette that I'm not excited about it yet. I have to try it out in person when it launches. I already have Born to Run, which I think is phenomenal. Brushes I'm good with. Yeah, man, like a lot of the stuff that I use for my skincare is not sold in Sephora, unfortunately. Actually, that's not true. The SPF is sold online. I haven't used my online coupon code for the VIB sale, so I will probably get another Neogen SPF 50 sunscreen, which is my go-to. Will never try another one because look at this, 225 reviews, and it's pretty much 4 3/4 stars. So it's a good one. Doesn't leave me looking ashy, white. It blends into my skin tone, leaves my face looking like my face, and provides that hydration without feeling greasy, and it's SPF freaking 50. Like, and it has antioxidants, lightweight moisture ingredients. Phenomenal. What else? What else? I'm looking through my history. I probably will get another Marc Jacobs single eyeshadow. I have the matte eyeshadow in, ooh, let me get it. The Marc Jacobs Omega Gel eyeshadow. Okay, I purchased this before the sale. I kind of like jumped the gun a little bit and wondered like, how is a single eyeshadow, let me open this sucker, $29, so big for one shade? Like, how is this possible to be practical? I have Daddy-O. It is said to be a matte chocolate brown. Now, there are a few shades that are already sold out on here. So the shade that's sold out is Primo, which is a pink nude shimmer, and a matte light brown, the Big O. Probably because people are using that as a contour shade. And let me tell you something. I use this as a contour shade for my cheekbones, and I use this for an all over lid shade. This is the look I did just using this eyeshadow all over my lids and crease, and it gives the most beautiful matte smoky eye. And when using single eyeshadows, depending on the brush will determine the saturation and the intensity. If you want a blown out smoky look, you'll use a fluffy brush. If you want more color saturation, then you use a packed shadow brush. And you can create different dimensions on your eye depending on the brush and depending on the blend, all from one eyeshadow. This is what it looks like. First of all, beyond smooth. And just look at that color. It is gorgeous. I didn't think. I was like, Marc Jacobs, come on. For $30, you do get, let's see here. Does it even show? Let me go back to the website. Hold on. 0.13 ounces of product, or 3.8 grams. You get a lot of eyeshadow. $30 is still steep. It is Marc Jacobs. I just wanted to just show you. I'm going to do a little bit. Just a little bit, because look how much color gets deposited, okay? If I just bring that right under, look at that. This has been like my contour shade for my face. I apply this first and then I'll go in with bronzer. Do make sure that you powder your foundation, because since this is an eyeshadow, it is, I think it will blend okay on a little bit of tack, but to be safe, I will powder down first and then blend this in before your bronzer if you want to do bronzer. But isn't that a beautiful contour shade? I'll just do a little bit on this side so you can see. This is the funky side, so I want to make sure that I don't flub it up. Perfect contour shade for tan skin or a touch deeper, I think. Let me know if you are a deeper skin tone than me and you happen to pick up Daddy-O, if that works out as a nice contour shade for you. I'm just gonna take a little bit right at the top of my nose. Look what that did. So, like, the color payoff is amazing. What I'm thinking about getting is one of the eggplant colors. Oh my god. Well, first of all, I'm thinking about getting Old Mercy, which is the matte brick red, with Oh Daddy-O, and then oh yeah, which is the plum shimmer. Oh, I swatched them in store the other day and I was like, oh my god, $30 a pop. But with the 20% off, it could be something. And this nose contour is something as well. Let me blend that out. If you're looking at those Marc Jacobs eyeshadows and like, what the heck am I gonna do with $30 single pan eyeshadow color? You could do a lot with Daddy-O. So I highly recommend this color. It has several uses. Again, smoky matte chocolate eye, really nice beautiful contour. Like, you could really make it happen with one shade, and I feel it will make the $29 plus the 20% off if your VIB Rouge will make it worth your purchase. Let me know down below what you picked up from the sale, what you're thinking about still, what you're thinking about returning maybe. Off the top of my head, I don't have any more wants at the moment, but I think I will still re-up on my mascara, on my brow pencil. Maybe I'll re-up on my glycolic treatment. I think I have much to go, but I just want it in the closet unopened when I finish this, just to get the 20% off. It does make a bigger impact on the more expensive products. Still on the fence about the glow powder from Laura Mercier. I'm gonna play with it a little more. Of course, not use a ton of product because I don't want to return this half used. Maybe I'll keep it because it is tiny and I'll probably find a use for it, but we'll see about it. On the fence about Norvina, man. Let me know what you think I should do with this palette, because I love Fallen Paradise as a purple eyeshadow palette. I already have the freaking Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss staring at me. So we'll see what I'm gonna do about that. Perhaps like the top picks are my retinol serum and the Milk Makeup translucent powder. I think this is a phenomenal powder, by far the best powder that I've used. I can say that with confidence. When I saw Rocio use this on her channel, it was during the time I had a sample of it, and I only had the sample for the medium, and I saw how good of a job it did on the rest of my face. But when she applied the translucent on her eyes, and that looked blurred, I had to get it. It was just icing on the cake, the sprinkle that I needed to make the purchase. If I do make any additional purchases, I'll make sure to mention them in another video. Just casually say what I got and keep you updated on that. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another chit chat, purchase, shop thing. Get ready with me tutorial or review. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.